So everybody, please welcome Max Brooks.
You can do it, you just don't want to do it. Yes, he got it. This is what I was told by my teacher. I worked really, really hard. I wasn't being lazy. I didn't just think I could get away with it. I was working twice as hard as the other kids and doing half as well. My mother somehow found out that I might have dyslexia, and she got me tested, and they said, yes, your child has dyslexia. And then my mother, there was no resources back then for dyslexia. This didn't exist. So my mother cobbled together this program for me. She got me tutored. She found these tutors and got me tutored at least like an hour a day, sometimes 2, if it was something really hard like another language. And she met with all my teachers and she tried to educate the educators because the teachers didn't know what was happening. And then when I got to junior high and high school, she took all my books, all my reading lists, because you know, English class, yay. And they say, here, read these, thunk. My mother took them every year to the Institute for the Blind, the Braille Institute, and had them transcribed onto audiobooks. So I could listen to my books. And if it wasn't for that, I never would have gotten out of high school. So because of my mother, I got through elementary school and high school, and I got to go to college, and then I got to grad school, and then the craziest thing happened when I got to grad school. It was the first time in my life I sat down to take a test, and I didn't just know the answer, I knew all the answers. Multiple choice, I knew everything. I had this epiphany, which is, wow, it's not the learning difference. That wasn't the issue. It's the anxiety created by the learning issue. It's the low self-esteem, it's the panic that when you sit down and take a test or do a task that you might even be able to do, you're so choked. That's why it's so important to conquer those issues. Because truthfully, my dyslexia, it's about this much of my problems. But the self-esteem and the anxiety issues, You're learning how to think. You're learning how to solve problems. You're learning how to think around issues and deal with them. And that kind of mental flexibility is the best tool you can have for a world that is constantly changing. What we need is that we need more very successful adults with learning differences to come out. We need heroes. Because it doesn't make sense to tell you, yes, you can, if you don't know, yes, they did. We need proof. Hope needs proof. We need people to take those risks and come out and say, yes, I'm super successful. I have degrees. I'm a millionaire. I've cured a disease. I've sent rockets up into space. And I have a learning difference. And I struggled in school. Our heroes need to be so diverse that no matter what you want to be, no matter what you want to do, that you can look to someone and say, they did it, so can I. Thank you, everybody.